Okay guys, so here's the part 2. Oh crap, dropped the phone. Okay, yeah, so you peeled, a second. What did I do? There it is. So we took this card and we peeled the back off it, right? So we have this should be fine because it was flat on the table, but you should still try to, like, if it isn't flat, like, just kind of take it on the edge of the table or something like that. Flatten that out, and this too. This should be pretty messed up because we were pulling on it, and that was the part we were peeling off. So that was just flat down. We kept it flat down, so it should have been fairly squared together and good, fairly good to go. So we did that. There you go, just like that. Try to get it the best you can. Straighten those out. Straighten this out right there. Yep. So that's what it should look like. That's pretty good. Let me get one more. There we go. So you see it. It essentially it's gonna be what we're doing. So that's gonna be fun. This is gonna be good. So this is 2 layers still. This is the face layer and the middle layer. This is just one single flimsy toilet paper sort of thickness layer. Very thin layer. So we're gonna do the same thing with another card. Okay, so I'm making a red and blue double backer, and you can also make a double facer with both of them. So I took this thin layer is the back. All right, so I'm doing the opposite with this one. With the next card, you have to do the opposite. All right, so I took off the face layer because last time I did the back layer. So essentially, what's gonna happen? So this is the back layer. Okay. So there's the 2 layers here. Okay, we're gonna switch this layer for this layer. It's gonna have so essentially there's a back layer, a face layer, and a middle layer. So there's just 3 layers. So we essentially just gonna switch them like that. So it's gonna have the same thickness and everything. It's gonna have 3 layers, but 2 of them will be the same. So that's how we're gonna do this. But it's gonna have the it's gonna have the thickness of one card. So just like that. So that's essentially what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna start straighten this out because I did not do that yet. But that should not take that long. Try to be neat with it. But then once I'm done flattening this out, I can get right back into it. So then, here we go. Just like this. Okay. That's pretty good. That's good enough for now. So, this thin layer, it's just the same thickness. They're very thin, both very thin. We're just switching them out. Alright, so now we have this. So this is what it's going to be. But we're going to use, I don't have rubber cement, but that's what I recommend. There's a few options that I found. Glue stick. The only problem with glue is that it hardens. Rubber cement is going to keep it nice and flimsy. Like just the thickness. It's still here. I put these together with glue. Someone had to repair with a glue stick, but look at that, it's still... This is just, I'm not even letting go of it, like, but I'm just pinching onto it. It still, it kind of does that. It'll still move good, but it's not, it's probably rubber cement is the best choice for that. Because it's a little bit, you just want to be a little bit careful, but... The thickness is about the same. It's just one card. People will pick this up. They're not gonna think twice. That's a card right there. But they're gonna be confused about it because it doesn't make sense. especially if they're just regular people who don't do magic or whatever. So yeah. Here's a choice. You take a glue stick. Rubber cement is probably the best choice in my opinion. I'm just assuming, 'cause, yeah. You can also, what I did, where is it? It's kind of, just give me a second. See where it is. I'll compromise for a second. Don't know what this is, but looks just about perfect. But, yeah, I took a piece of cardboard. Alright, just give me a second. Let me find my scissors in this mess. Alright, I'll just try to rip it. It's kind of, I kind of want to be careful with it. There you go. So I just found this. I don't know what this is, but I think it's from the bed or whatever. The bed. But what I did, essentially, I took my glue, just regular Elmer's glue, and I put, here, I'll be putting this together with this, so you'll be able to see this. So on the back, so you have I'm just going to make a double facer first, and yeah. You can put a little bit, like that. Okay, I want to be quick with this, you don't want it to dry, so you got about that much on there, and I just took something and I just spread it around like that. Around the whole card. That way there wouldn't be too much thickness, but it'd stick together. Essentially, was the idea, so I'm gonna give it. Just gonna try to put this on quickly. So, and the parts I missed, you're gonna want to line this up pretty good. Try to line it up the best you can. Take your time with this. Don't take too much time, otherwise the glue will dry. Well, in that case, you just redo it. But then, I like to take the edge after that, wipe it off, and just do that on the card. So drying it off before it dries, the card dries, dry this off, wipe it off or whatever. Probably move this up just a little bit. Glue hasn't completely dried yet, but yeah. So I can peel it off. Let me redo this again. Probably all over the card. Like that, we'll put it right there. Let's do this side. Try to line it up pretty much perfectly. You're just going to try to get it perfectly. Do this delicately. Like don't rush through it, just line them up. Check both sides. Once they're good, you don't see any gaps or anything, just then you can press. Just like that. I think I'll have enough time left on here to actually finish this up, so just in this video, so I just rub that off. And I'll take this, press down on it just to get all that, make sure it's flat on there. So when it dries, it looks like a card, and it doesn't have any wrinkles in it. Try to get those out with, or you can use something else. It doesn't really matter as long as you get those. It looks nicer if you get those out. I haven't really you can kind of see the wrinkles. Let me see a good example. Let me find. Yeah, I see that. I don't know if you can see that, but there, yeah, let me get some glare on it. You can see the wrinkles right there and one right there. It's not a huge deal, but it helps to do that. So maybe even after, just kind of give it a quick, just to flatten it down. So yeah, try to get it all around. And you just keep doing it till, do that again. on this side. So we just do it on the other side, just like that. I think I creased it. Oh, and actually kind of just comes right off. That's not, oh, that's maybe a little bit noticeable. Ah. Yeah, not that big a deal. Let's just try to, hopefully I can get that out. Let's get this all off so that way we don't get any glue on the cards. Or you can just have a spare piece if you do, like a thick one. Just a little more. Just kind of smear it around with that. And right, just, if there's any wrinkles, just try to get them out the best you can with this edge or whatever. Not the biggest deal, but really want to look nice. So the best, you should probably do the best you can, obviously, because if this is your working gimmick, you might want to keep it in good shape. Make sure it looks not conspicuous. Just looks like a card, but or pick it up. It just looks like a regular. It looks like a working. I don't know. You gotta use it. It should look the best you can make it look. Oh, there's kind of glue on this side, so we should probably. Good thing you can do is do it on both sides. Try to keep the sides aligned the best you can still. So I hope you guys understand what I'm doing, because I can't really get that angle up because I don't have like a tripod or anything. But so you're putting glue down. You're trying to align. You put glue on the. Here, let me use these other ones. This one. No. 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 There it is. No, it's not. Where? Oh, there it is. What the hell am I doing? Okay, so you're gonna put glue on it like that, just a little bit, not too much, and you're gonna try to align them up the best you can. And I usually put it on and then just smear it all around with this, and then I'll clean it, and then I'll put them like this. Align them the best I can, and then just after I just wipe it off, just push down on it, line them. But before I do that, I'm just gonna do that, and then do that, and then just keep going until you got the whole thing. But you should make it a thin coat around. So don't put a whole bunch of glue on. Just put like a dot on it, and then just. And now what I do. I'm going to keep doing this for a little bit. I'm just going to do that just a little bit more. Just to try to make it look the best it can. Hey, it's not too bad. There's one, I think they came apart one more place. A couple more places I should get. Here, so there's a little bit left. So here's what you do. See that? That's right there. That's what we need to get. So we put like a little dot, that's like that, not too much. Where's my spread thingy? Okay, there it is. There's the other half of it. So just spread it around like that. Now we're gonna set it down like that. Just flatten it with our finger, and then we can get all the little kinks up with this. Again. Put that down just like that. You're gonna load that like that, and then we're gonna do that. And yeah, this is not quite finished. You should let it dry. What I do is I put it under something kind of heavy, I guess stack of books or something, or just underneath a, I don't know, just like a. Maybe just put it under something and just put pressure on it, whatnot. So I'm gonna put it under the stack. So here's this old box that we put books in. or you can just keep it under there, put a little bit of pressure on it. Or just let it, or you could just keep, you can keep the pressure on it, or if you have something pretty heavy and it's not really a big deal at all, just do that. Just leave it there. Just leave it there for like a minute or two. Let the glue dry and keep this flat. That's essentially what this is for. And then yeah. So one more thing I want to point out: don't throw away the extra pieces, because obviously, once you have a double facer, you use the other pieces to make a double backer. Or if you use the double backer, you can make a double facer. So now I have my red blue double backer to add to my collection. I had a double facer, but it was horrible before. So this is the one I made on camera. It's actually a pretty good double facer. It's the thickness of one card. So yeah, use this technique. You can make double facers, double backers. You know, you don't have to buy them. Just found a whole bunch of old cards, and yeah, I have a crap ton of cards in here. Gimmicks and the Raven, frickin' bunch of stuff. I performed and I took all this with me, so. But here's a comparison. Double facer. This is a real one printed. This one's still drying, but let me get another one. Get a better example. My red one was probably my better one of those. But yeah, so you guys get it. I use these actually in my show and stuff whenever I perform for like the library or anything. I'll use these probably. So now you know how to make them. I had a problem with peeling cards because I took the layer. I used to take the layers, the single layer, and I'd peel it off. The single layer itself and peel it off. Plus, and you gotta do that, and I did not do it in a circular fashion like you're supposed to, so, yep. Putting pressure on it. Yeah. If you don't want to do this, if this is like too much work for you, there's literally like one double backer is like I found it on Penguin Magic is like $1, but this is a real one, printed. Both work pretty good. Pick a card. So yep, have fun. Bye.